Hi, I want you to watch this video first. Just go to this website and then watch this video. This is about like 20 minutes, so I want you to watch this video first. Reality is broken. So this is a book by Jane McGonigal, and the title Reality is Broken, and subtitle is Why Games Make Us Better and How They Can Change the World. So if you're not familiar with Jane McGonigal, is an American game designer slash speaker, and she's a director of game research and development at the Institute for the Future. And you can go to this website, janemcgonigal.com, to get to know her. And she tweets a lot, so you can follow her on Twitter if you are interested. Okay, Jane McGonigal, and uh, she had some fame before, but she was exposed to the non-game world by her TED talk in 2010. Gaming can make a better world. So is reality really broken? Like, what do you think? Is reality really broken? You watch it, her TED talk, and do you think it's broken? Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. But to Jay McGonigal, reality compared to games is broken. So now, discussion question number one. Share your response to Jay McGonigal's TED talk in a couple of paragraphs. Maybe it's not that simple, but do your best to elaborate issues covered in McGonigal's talk. I mean, you probably can agree with her, or you don't have to agree with what she said. So try to kind of think about or reflect topics covered in her talk and share your thoughts, share your responses to her TD talk. Okay, the Reality is Broken is pretty interesting book, so I really recommend you to get a copy and read it. And premise of the book is lots of people can do really good and challenging work with each other more than you to imagine using what we learn from games. So Mechanical try to share her beliefs that how game mechanics or game can make this world better. Okay? And the premise of the book again, lots of people can do really good and challenging work with each other more than you to imagine if we use or utilize these like game mechanics from good games. I want you to read this quote. So it's kind of like a new definition of games. Okay? Once game was considered as pastime, but they're much more important than that. They are clues to the future, and their serious cultivation now is perhaps our only salvation. I mean, there's kind of exaggeration here, but I mean, that's interesting thought, or at least I can see how these philosophers or how the scholars kind of began seeing the game like differently, because the perception of game like once was this pastimes, but probably there's more than that. So it's interesting that many philosophers or many people kind of began appreciating more about what we can do with games or what we can learn from games. According to Jay McGonigal, reality is broken because massive exodus to game spaces, according to economist Edward Castronova, and games compared to reality is more satisfying. Like, could be more productive, and there's no real failure. Okay? And everything in the game spaces is carefully designed and calculated for gamers to achieve the goal. So like it's really hard to fail in the game, and then you can possibly have this feeling of achievement. So game developers know better than anyone else how to inspire extreme effort and reward hard work, and they know how to facilitate cooperation and collaboration at preciousness unimaginable scale. They're continuously innovating new ways to motivate players to stick with harder challenges for longer and in much bigger groups. These crucial 21st century skills can help all of us find new ways to make a deep and lasting impact on the world around us. And game design isn't just a technological craft, it's a 21st century way of thinking and leading. And gameplay isn't just a pastime, it's a 21st century way of working together to accomplish real challenge. So I basically try to kind of summarize some premise of the book, okay? And especially about why a game can make this world better. Okay? So I kind of want you to think about that. And now discussion question two would be this. McGonigal's TED talk was given in 2010, like 2010, roughly 8 years later. Do you think we as game designer, or like we as a word, we made some progress to make a better word with game? And please share your thoughts in a couple of paragraphs. So try to think about it. Okay, uh, we kind of thought of or came up with this idea of making this word better with game. And then we came up with terminology such as gamification and serious game. Okay, so in that 8 years of time frame, do you think we made some progress to make a better word? Okay. It could be yes or no, but I really want to know what you think of this issue.